This program was made possible by USAID
and AGRA, supported by MOFA. Kuapa, good farming.
There are a lot of challenges in farming, be it in the field of policy, agronomic practices, improved and certified seed, input use, and agribusiness services.
Most of our soils are declining in its productive capacity to support plant growth and thus causing yield decline. Poor agricultural management practices during the past decades have led to this situation. Yakubu Seidu, a farmer in Dwenewoho in the Ahafo region, complains to us.
First, we buy 1,000, 800. But since I come here, 400 and 500.
Farmers have seen over the years a reduction in the size of their tubers. Cropping on the same land for years has resulted in a reduction of the size of tubers harvested in the past 10 years.
Hello, today Kuapa is in a village in the Brong Ahafo region.
Our soil is losing its nutrients and unable to give our farmers yields as expected.
Let's see how we can help. Come along.
Here we meet Yakubu Seidu, a 33-year-old farmer. He lives here with his wife and 2 kids. He works so hard with his brother Yaro. He grows yam on a 4-acre plot and maize. His family owns cattle. However, he is facing some challenges and needs expert advice.
Yakubu.
Yes.
What you saying?
I'm here to me.
Nefie.
When you be any
Enkola ne.
me now,
Who enkola say?
Enkola name me no, Banny be ma. Pay you 5 years, now come on 6 months. Oh, KG1.
Now here.
Oh, one so no ya pa.
Obuo wo kwadwuma.
Obuo me pa.
Edwuma ya wo ye. E depot na ye wo how anase problems a wo twa fem wo dwuma mu.
Sesi ano, challenge I wo kwadwuma na eskasem. Na me kan say first no na asase no rich. Ngu fertilizer kura na etimi by that me bo. Abrokura timi e bataka ma. Na disa no gise oto fertilizer no ni ahondin bio. First kura by that juma no na ensimpa enso by that bo kama. By disa no gise ensimpa. Pam no je papa for anasa ye omokobo. Nti woni count me enye.
Na wo say first na mun simpam. Enti first na mun simpam no net say.
No by na boss sense na sase no na rich.
Enti na sase no rich chance say. Na chese say no say wo to fertilizer na kra na de guso a. And what is say na first no na wonya no.
Ba so ai.
Ene Yakubu, ye be hwe saa o hawo ya wo femu wo ho. Na ya pe nimdiefo mbetumi aboa o. Na saa o hawo etu betwa.
Ansa na no senka yetumi hu afo na nke be de pa. Wetum dia ko afo.
Ba so ai.
Yakubu Seidu has been farming on this piece of land for more than 10 years.
In feed to draw saying.
It's 15 years in
15. Enti we say no na chese moye ti say enkarena no.
Ebi anka fi de kura no ya boka by then timi ambo.
Na bayre no ebia bobo mo betumi to am ya he.
Afi we nse dem bo papa bia sa ba metumi atu mo ma he.
O ma he ne kese.
Bayre we timi bo be say ba fi wo ho bo abo. Asala nyungu a. Asasa na emre.
Enti asase na ho de so atse no ene nsuo na emba papa no.
ɛno na mabaeɛ na afɔ aka kitikiti sei.
Ane. Ana nsuo na ntɔ no. Ɛno sɛ ɛsɛ ha bayera no pa. Ntɛm a anka bayera bɛbɔ akɔ no. Sɛ fom no yɛ deɛ no antimi anko fom na egina hɔ na ma nwini ba mu no.
Well, Mayfield, this is simple. Poor soil, poor crops. What can we do to help?
There is always a way to improve the situation.
Well, I believe.
I think I'll get the expert in now.
Please do.
See you later, Yakubu.
We sure have a work to do.
Problem identified: low soil fertility, limited access to finance. We are still in Dwenewoho, helping farmer Seidu, who is facing a challenge of low soil fertility and unable to give him yield as expected. Seidu's claim demanded the need for Kuapa to introduce him to proven technologies and practices that will improve soil fertility and ultimately his yield per acre. Our first point of call is the Soil Research Institute of the CSIR to find out from Dr. Francis Tete how Seidu can improve the fertility of his soil.
An understanding of the soil is the beginning of good farming. What do we see today? We have declining yields. Farmers are always complaining of declining yields. It is because of what? Excessive erosion, nutrient mining, and then there is also climate change that is affecting the soil.
Doc, this is Yakubu's farm.
Yeah.
Some few years ago, he used to get about 800 tubers from 1,000 mounts.
Yeah.
5 years down the line, he gets 400, 500 from the same 1,000 mounts.
Yeah.
He thinks the soil has lost its nutrients. Can you prove that?
We can do soil testing.
Soil testing.
Yeah,
How
soil
do we do that?
We used to have something in soil science called the barrel analogy. For instance, if this is our barrel or our bottle, let's say this line is 800 tubers per hectare he was getting initially. But now it has declined to somewhere here.
400.
Yes. Now, it means that something is limiting. So, if for instance, okay, if I begin to pour water, let's say this is the yield level.
Okay.
You see that it can't go beyond this level. See? The yield cannot go beyond this level because there is something limiting. But if you are able to stop that limiting factor, then you can increase your yield to the next level. You see? Which means that you have increased, let's say if it is 400 tubers, you have increased the level
to about 600.
To 600 until you get to the next limiting factor.
Okay.
You follow it? Okay. So maybe the first one is nitrogen.
Okay.
You make sure that you eliminate nitrogen. It can even be acidity, I said. So you can lime the soil. You follow it. Then you corrected this one. Then the next point is this. And gradually you get back to your
potassium. You are stuck there.
Yes. Sometimes it can even be moisture. By improving moisture condition, by mulching, by improving the biology of the soil, the life, the living organisms in the soil, you can improve productivity. For a farm like this, because you hit the topsoil to make the mound.
The mound.
Here is the subsoil, and here is the topsoil.
Okay.
So we prefer to sample from the
topsoil
mound.
Okay.
You see? Then we'll put it in the bag. And the auger takes equal volumes of soil from each spot.
Okay.
So that is very important.
Okay.
We try to go in a zigzag form or S form in doing the sampling.
It is important to always test your soil. Remember, in soil testing, you will need an auger, soil probe, long knife, or trowel. Push it into the soil 20 centimeters deep. Take out a handful of soil from the middle of the hole. Take more soil from different places on your farm in a zigzag pattern or S pattern. Put the soil into a bag and label your sample with your telephone number, size of farm, and what you want to grow. Then take it to a soil lab around your community. Call the following contacts to know the closest soil lab: 0244 622 124, 0540 475 047, 0240 975 322.
If this is our composite sample, we break all the lumps. We spread and then roll. We assume
to make sure it's mixed.
Mixed well. Then from here, we allow the sample to dry. Okay. Yeah. So we close it and shake. Yes.
After some few minutes, Dr. Francis got the results, and it was best we explained to the farmer what the findings were.
The soil test shows that the soil is deficient in nitrogen. Phosphorus is also deficient. There's a problem of acidity. The soil is acidic, and therefore that is reflecting in the yield the farmer is getting.
Hi, Mefia.
Hi, Prince. You're welcome.
How's it going?
So far, so good. Meet Dr. Tete.
Okay.
We just finished with the soil testing.
Yeah.
Okay. Are the results ready?
Yeah, the results are ready, and unfortunately, it's not good.
Not good.
Yakubu, assassin no asida was through do. And I face so in Rubaya, was so a year and more dinner. I was assassin one. Asa.
Oh well, the Eddie Cano, Uni, for assassin, I know. I know, say, Yanido, and to me, and Goldie, Yanidopia, in so, sir. Oh, and see, yeah, Eddie Kai, and he said, who won't cook bring a bit of ice. One and two of her, aha, Nancy bring, and said,
Well, I think at this point, I'll have to leave you because I know he's got some cows there. Yeah, okay. Let me go and start preparing the materials for the compost. All right. Sure. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, what hanging now? No, if you have a couple man, yeah, man, up for a pro. Nah, it is a 50-50.
Sisiano, Yakoto dry, Guma would be the Comakata, your MPK 1515.
Yeah.
You're doing 310. Na yo urea masasi de abela de football park o bibia nim enezi ana dem pa omumu emiasa na he na mame
the only say 15 which my age because and oh and 23-10-5 and so which my age and urea no who the 15 edika a group passing time for that would be
How do we bring back the nutrient into the soil?
First and foremost, because of climate change and excessive erosion, we have to think about the way we do our farming. First, we have to make sure that there is little erosion or minimize erosion at all in our farms, because erosion is number one agent of nutrient loss. The second one is fertilizer application. We are saying fertilizer is expensive. Truly, it's expensive, but we need to apply. If you apply, there is profit. You can double or even quadruple the yield if you apply a little fertilizer.
A soil test will tell you what fertilizer to use and how much of it you should use. Dr. Francis Tete shows our farmer how to use mulching to prevent soil erosion and conserve soil moisture.
Now we know that Seidu's soil is low in fertility. Having limited access to finance, it's important that he explores other means of replacing the nutrients back into the soil. Making compost with available materials in his surroundings becomes an option for Seidu and Yaro. Chop the straw into about a foot length so they can decompose easily. Lay the chopped straw in a cleared area and add kitchen waste, sawdust, a bit of compost, cow dung, topsoil. Add water evenly onto your layer. Allow it to sink in. Repeat the same process and cover with polythene sheets. Put a stick in the layer, which will serve as a thermometer. Wait for a month and turn it till your compost is ready. When it is ready, the compost will be odorless. It no longer heats up after it is thinned or wetted. It looks like dark soil. It is crumbly and not identifiable.
Praise.
Yeah.
How did it go?
Well, we just finished with the compost.
Okay.
But it will take a few months before he will start using it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, with these practices and expert advice, Yakubu should be able to improve on his soil fertility and ultimately his yield.
Sure. And we'll be back in a few months to see how he's doing. Kuapa, promoting good farming.
We are back in Dwenewoho to catch up with Seidu, our farmer, on how his compost has turned out.
Yeah. Compost now the good assassin sonana. Oh, mommy has any yeah. Wow. This is a day pan was show.
Oh, then a boy, there's no cry, no fatal, no boy, and the intimate talk, and the silent no. The other one say, thank you, Bunene. Sa if you no mana ngoko ne mponchi binino ya etme de ado nti yensa dan haya ho I was kasam bebre I was fataza ho se de ayade abo eku adwuma no pa
Yo ene Yakubu e wo bibi ma wo e wo ye ka no ye be stress e obedi echi akwa akwa
Wait there. Muslim and Sunny only Kapanante, a buy what you are well too. The anim before kind in our west here, I am a pepper, and Tikapa, see a jow once in jow. Couples I a debra or a bag noom into which me cried ya was as a number biaka.
And Yakubu, ye buy any soon, ye shine so say, won't shed out any boots I would ye juma into ye the boots ye a can home out. You yes, I saw a war chemical spray as a mouth.
I mean, Madame was it. Is it manage for over? Say, I am quite animal sign, the way mammy in a mania so. I think so, Mr. Piajuanoa, a new woman, but I can say, previous years no. He may insure. Meda Kuapa for us. So much in the for us, I bet you I'm quite fast. Your queer. See, I'm Mamma Queer no kuya na kwa ni mu ama me ma hu kwan a efa so eya ni mama no a me ya ni mama no ano se se akro mo se ni biasa abaka me ho ti ama me kuya no se de akọ anim pa ne masasa no so no na first no sa na no mo bre e ha me e wa sasa no so ba se ya no ma asasa no ma hu kwan ma fa so ama asasa na rich ti mi do ma se pa se o mi di ni mi defo ababo me kuya adwuma mu.
Yakubu has taken a step towards good farming.
It is always good to test your soil.
Remember to practice what you've learned on your farm. See you same time next week. We might just be on your farm.
Kuapa, promoting good farming.
Chop the straw into about a foot length so they can decompose easily. Lay the chopped straw in a cleared area and add kitchen waste, sawdust, a bit of compost, cow dung, topsoil. Add water evenly onto your layer. Allow it to sink in. Repeat the same process and cover with polythene sheets. Put a stick in the layer, which will serve as a thermometer. Wait for a month and turn it till your compost is ready. When it is ready, the compost will be odorless. It no longer heats up after it is thinned or wetted. It looks like dark soil. It is crumbly and not identifiable.
What I know for sure is that those who till their land will have increased yield.
For further information, contact our call center on 0577665186. You can visit our website www.kuapagana.com and like our page on Facebook, Kuapa Ghana.
This program was made possible by USAID
And AGRA, supported by MOFA.